ladies and gentlemen, we're solving for this equation here, this multivariable equation here that has variable a, x, and y. But what are we solving for? We're solving for a. So what's the problem? We have two parentheses, that means times 3ax minus 2y minus 6ax equals to negative 3, parentheses ax plus 2y. Okay? So how are we going to solve for such a problem? Anytime that we have parentheses, ladies and gentlemen, we know we got to do what? Remove them. By doing what? By multiplying whatever we have in front of it with what we have inside the parentheses. So let's go for it. So we have 2 that will multiply 3x, and then the same 2 will multiply negative 2y. So what would that give us? 2 times 3ax will give us what? 6. So that will give us 6ax. All right? And then 2 times negative 2y, that would give us negative 4y. And then we just bring down negative 6ax. And this is equal to what? So the same thing here. So we go negative 3 times a is what? Negative 3ax. And then negative 3 times positive 2y is going to give us what? Negative 6y. Okay? So this is what we have so far. Then we got to do what? Combine like terms whenever we have. So that means if we go on the left-hand side of the equal sign, okay, we look at like terms. Do we have any like terms there? Yes. In this case, we have 6ax, negative 6ax to combine together. Now, this is great because these two actually are the same terms, but what happens to the signs? One is positive, one is negative, so they will cross out, correct? So this is out, this is out. So we end up with what? Negative 4y. And this one is equal to what? So we have negative 3a x and then negative 6x that will bring down here. So negative 3a x, negative 6y. So what are we solving for again? Remember, got to keep that in mind. We're solving for a. So that means a is what we want. We want a by itself. So that means everybody got to go to the other side, correct? Meaning negative 6x got to go and negative 3x also got to go. So doing that, this is going to become positive 6y, both sides. So this is out. Negative 4y plus 6y is going to give you what? Positive 2y. Okay? And then negative 3ax. And remember, what are we solving for still? A. So that means negative 3x got to go by doing what? By dividing both sides by negative 3x, negative 3x. Okay? So this is out. So you end up with what? So positive 2 divided by negative 3, because a lot of times we do not like to have the negative sign at the bottom of the fraction. We don't like that. So what's going to happen? Positive number divided by negative is going to give us a negative number. So we end up with a negative. Then we have 2y over 3. Okay? And then don't forget about the x. And then 8. What else can we do? Nothing else. Okay? So we end up with a equals to negative 2y. Okay? And then the 3 here. So over 3x, and that's it. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Thank you.